everybody? It's your boy Rob Moreta here on the Stoop. Thank you for coming back and joining me. I got an awesome guest. She's just, straight up phenomenal. Her name is Melissa Medina. I can only imagine that most of you probably already know who she is. She is just killer actress, knows his stuff, beacon of light in the community, really active in Instagram as well as Twitter. But yeah, if you know her, if you have the pleasure of knowing her, you already know what's up. But she's an incredibly intelligent voice actress and has just an amazing wealth of knowledge. And I decided to bring her on the Stoop because I wanted her to take some time to drop some knowledge, obviously for my peoples, about confidence in yourself, in your game, your self-esteem, basically your own self-worth. And she honestly, she breaks it down, man. It's a fantastic video. I had the pleasure of having her on here, and just, I can't say enough good things. But in any event, I'm gonna wrap this up real quick because I gotta let my homegirl take it away. Melissa, all you, mama.
Hey Rob, thanks for having me on the Stoop. And you, nice to meet you. So let's get to it. Come on. Siéntate, have a seat. We're going to have a little bit of a heart-to-heart, okay? So what is something that we all deal with on a daily basis in voiceover, whether you're just starting out or you're doing professional grade work? What is it, you think? Rejection? Yeah? Oh boy. And in turn, confidence and self-esteem. So that's what I want to talk about today. Confidence and self-esteem are not the same thing, for one, and they affect how you work, who you work for, how you go about your life, how you feel about your life, how successful you are, even the friends that you make. And with rejection, you've got to bounce back, and that's really hard sometimes, right? So what helps, though, is knowing yourself and being good to yourself. If you're not good to yourself, you will burn out with rejection after rejection. And VO is a marathon, and it's not a race. So why am I talking about this? Because me, like everybody in the whole world, I struggle with self-esteem too. I struggle with feeling like I'm enough. So I've been there too. So what is confidence in the first place? Confidence is certainty. It's often the belief in your abilities, for instance, and it's often a short-term thing that you can call upon in certain circumstances or situations, right? What is self-esteem? That is more about self-respect, your opinion of yourself, and that is a long-term thing. And you can have one without the other. So knowing the difference will make all the difference in how you treat yourself and how long you can last in this business. So to put it in perspective, confidence makes you audition for something. It makes you go, I could do that, or I want that, and then you go do it, yeah? Self-esteem goes, well, maybe I can't do it. I don't have a good mic. I haven't taken classes. I'm not as good as so-and-so. And then that moment, that short-term moment of confidence is slowly eaten away at by self-esteem, right? So you could start doing something really bad, like tying your booking rate to your self-esteem. And we've all been there. We've all done it. And you eventually learn that, or are reminded that famous and successful people don't book every day. It's quality over quantity. And that will help your self-esteem when you're not out there working 80 hours a week for $5 a pop doing nothing that you're proud of. You could do hundreds of shitty projects. I'm sorry. You could do hundreds of not very great projects, or one really good project that you're actually proud of. So no self-esteem is dangerous for your well-being. Not everyone has your best interests at heart, right? So no self-esteem means that you might audition for projects that are really shady, that could take advantage of you, that perhaps don't pay fairly. And in that desperation for getting a role, you choose to work with people that are less than reputable, right? And now that project has your name and reputation all over it. You may get ripped off, all because you thought that your booking rate is what gives you worth. And you know, deep down inside, that your booking rate has nothing to do with it. You give you worth. Yeah? Okay. Confidence. Confidence makes you better at what you do. Confidence comes from failure. If you aren't failing, you may not be pushing yourself enough to grow. Confidence is trying things and being okay with the possibility of failure. People with confidence will try new things and say, I might totally suck at this, but that's okay. I'll live, and I'll probably learn something from it too. And that confidence, that is confidence in one's abilities and confidence in one's ability to bounce back. And that is not your opinion of yourself. So, what eats away at your confidence and self-esteem other than rejection? Expectations. Unrealistic expectations, and we all have them sometimes. For instance, comparing yourself to other people. They're not you, right? And as Charlie Toro said, I believe in episode 2 of this show, what makes you successful, what makes you memorable in voiceover is being your true, genuine self, okay? Expecting to book all the time is another unrealistic expectation, and it eats away at confidence. People with confidence go into things without a bunch of expectations, so they're open to just leaning back and going on for the ride. That's how you grow. What's that saying about cup, emptying your cup, or a full cup or an empty cup? You know what I'm talking about. I'm kidding. It's empty your cup so that it may be filled. So I know what you may be saying, that you're thinking, it's how the hell do I change my self-esteem? That seems like impossible, or it seems like it's going to take forever. But there are little things that you can do. You can use that moment of, I could do that, or I want to do that, to your advantage, to boost your confidence momentarily enough to push through the self-doubt. And the more you do it, the easier it gets, okay? Focus on your ability to learn from failure, because I know I've failed a whole bunch, and everybody else I know has too. So identify opportunities also to build your character. So, for instance, you don't have to audition for every single project. I know, but you don't. You should audition for projects that match your type. Sure, if you don't know your type, that's fine. Try things. But don't expect to book everything when you're just learning. Adjust your expectations, be kind to yourself, and learn what your strengths are first, and then strategically audition for projects that play to your strengths. You'll be far more likely to book them. Also, you don't have to have a good mic to do good work. I mean, when I started, I used the microphone in my Surface tablet for 3 months and booked just fine, because your ears, treating your space, editing and cleaning your audio, all can make up for something like a mediocre mic. You can have confidence in your ability to learn how to make up for where you fall short. Everybody can learn. Everybody does learn. Everybody made it through school or is making it through school. You can learn. Also, vet your clients ahead of time before you audition. Again, you are enough. You don't need to book all the time to feel good about yourself. You don't need that shady client. And most of us work day jobs when we start anyway. And I promise you, walking away because you deserve better, when you see those red flags, don't ignore them. Walk away, because doing that will grow both your self-esteem and your confidence. Being able to say, I don't need that, or I'm better than that, you'll get a buzz from standing up for yourself. And when you do, shout it from the rooftops, because there will be people there to support you, to be proud of you. every time you do this, you're filling your glass of self-esteem and confidence, okay? This is a weird analogy, but just hang in there with me. Every time you walk away from a shady project, you pour a little bit more self-esteem in your glass, okay? Every time you fail and get back up again, you pour a little more confidence into that glass. Choosing to rest instead of auditioning for like 50 more things that you may or may not get, you pour more self-esteem into your glass. And then, for those times that you are truly lacking, when you are feeling really down, you can think back on those things that you did and sort of drink from that glass. This analogy is getting away from me, but you get the idea. You can have a bank of things that you've done that contribute to those good feelings and those positive feelings. Because there is such a thing as being too hungry, and then you compromise who you are for it. You have to decide what's important to you and where you're going to get your self-worth from. Hint, it can only come from you and how you respond in certain situations. You are enough. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. You're doing this because you love it, and that's enough too. Keep learning, keep trying, stay true to yourself. You've got this. Thank you, Rob. I said my piece.